People, you should have watched the Dispatches documentary done about the royals and how they're leasing the UK. Daman, how are you feeling about it?
Well, I think leasing is the right word. I couldn't believe it because, like, you know, we went to watch this podcast.
You went to watch this podcast?
We went to watch this podcast. You messaged me like, bro, your jaw is going to be on the floor.
You're going to get triggered. Yeah.
And I was like, what is there that I don't know about the royal family? You know what I mean? Like, I know how I feel about the royal family. How bad can this be?
Yeah.
Bruv, I'm ready to talk. That's all I'm saying. I'm ready to snitch. You know what I mean? Everything I've seen, oh my gosh, like, it's crazy.
What's up, people? Welcome to this week's episode of the Indy and Doctor podcast. I am joined by Daman Singh Bamara. Thank you for joining me, Baji.
Doctor's
a little bit busy this week, people, so I had to make adjustments, and reasonable adjustments were made because I have two mics in London and I have a camera. And I bought a light that's not really lighting, but it is what it is.
I think it's lighting nicely.
Listen, this light gave me such headache. I thought, let's buy a fancy light for Daman today. So I did. I bought the umbrella thinking the light came in it. No. Bought the light box. Cool. No stand. So it's currently hanging out of my cupboard in the kitchen, trying to illuminate the room.
You know what? It feels like a sunset vibe. You know what I mean? Just one bright circle.
Look at this flattering bottle.
Just over there.
He knows what he's saying.
Oh. Beautiful. It's like I feel like I'm back in Turkey. It's amazing. Incredible sunset. Yeah, it's nice to be here, replacing a doctor with...
You have a doctor, don't it? Like doctor in comedy, some shit. Come on.
Something like that, yeah.
Surely.
Well, I think the likeness is my mum wanted me to be a doctor.
But it didn't really work out, did it?
It didn't work out like that. Yeah.
When mum had that stern word with you. For those who don't get the reference, check out the link below and I will put the previous pod that we did with Daman in the past. So you know his background.
Do you know what's interesting? I realised just now, the very first conversation we ever had was recorded. It was the
That's
first
the first time I
pod.
probably spoke to you.
Yeah, literally that.
Because your agent just put up the Chinese walls around you. Like, it was mad. I couldn't have access to you. I didn't know who you were.
Bro.
I was like, is he even real? I just see him on TikTok, Instagram.
That's what people say to me. They go, "You're so good looking. You must be you must be AI." And I go, "No."
Well, speaking of good looking people, should we talk about the royal family?
Wow. That was the most incorrect segue of all time.
Wildest segue possible. But that's what makes it so fun when you do a segue.
Yeah.
So let's start segueing. People,
let's do it.
You should have watched the Dispatches documentary done about the royals and how they're fleecing the UK. Daman, how are you feeling about it?
Well, I think fleecing is the right word.
Is it?
I couldn't believe it because, like, you know, we went to watch this podcast, right? The podcast. Sorry,
we went to watch this podcast.
We went to watch this podcast. We went to watch this documentary, and you messaged me like, "Bro, your jaw is going to be on the floor."
You're going to get triggered. Yeah.
And I was like, "What is there that I don't know about the royal family?" You know what I mean? Like, I know how I feel about the royal family.
Yeah.
How bad can this be?
Yeah.
Bruv, I'm ready to talk. That's all I'm saying. I'm ready to snitch. You know what I mean? Everything I've seen. Oh my gosh! Like. It's crazy.
I couldn't believe how much of a piss take it was. Like, for those who don't get it, the royal family have basically been making bucks off the UK and the public services available with their land. And I didn't understand what a duchy actually is.
No.
Until recently.
Okay.
So for those who don't get it, let me just do a quick little Google. What is a duchy? And this is where it sounds really, really posh when you start doing it. Because the words and terms used, here you go. A duchy, known as a dukedom, is a country, territory, or domain ruled by a duke or duchess. In Western tradition, a duke or duchess is a ruler who is second in rank to a king or queen. So basically, the offshoots of a king or queen.
Yeah, exactly.
AKA William, innit?
William, yeah, second in command.
So a duchy, and there's the Duchy of Lancaster.
Duchy of Lancaster.
And the
Duchy
other one.
of Cornwall.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are massive patches of land that's basically in their name.
Huge.
Obviously, on the land, what can you do with them? And you can charge rent, innit?
You can charge. Do you know when I was watching it? Do you know what it reminded me of? Have you guys? Okay? Everyone's played Monopoly, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if everyone's played a game called Settlers of Catan.
No.
But it's like a game where you basically have all these resources. Yeah. You have coal mining. You have wood. You have access to the sea. Like you have all of these things. Yeah. And you basically have to build little settlements around. And like when people come close to your territory, they have to pay you. I was like, bruv. Basically, these duchies, my guys, Charles, William, it's like they're the only players in Monopoly and Settlers of Catan, they set up all their things, bought all the properties, and after they've done all that, the rest of us are now allowed to play.
Yeah.
Oh, but look, there's nothing left to buy. All that we have to do is pay all these guys rent on everything.
That's it.
That's basically
On
what
everything,
it is.
bro.
Literally everything, bro. I can't believe I don't have to pay a tax on oxygen right now. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Well, there is a tax on oxygen in London. It's called ULEZ.
Yeah,
So it is real.
That's true.
It is
But
real.
like the way that these guys are like, yo, oh yeah. But actually, you know what the mad thing is?
Yeah.
Like, because there's some things where you go, okay, private property, I don't like the way they've got it, the way they're, now leasing it. But you can understand. It's a business. You can understand how it came about.
Which private property?
Well, this is it, right? So like a private property, say like a residential private property.
So the residential place they were leasing out to people.
Leasing out to people, you can like rationally, you can be like,
Landlords,
okay,
yeah.
landlords, that's a thing. But what you can't rationalize is, bruv, they're like leasing out like places to put ambulances, fire stations.
The ambulance and fire station thing sent me. I thought this is actual public services. Like, people need these to live.
Yeah.
You know?
They literally need, yeah, that's right. Like, what do you want the ambulances to do? Just keep driving around until there's an emergency.
That's it.
Like, they have to be somewhere. Why are you making them pay for it? I thought I was insane. I didn't even know that you could do that.
What sent me was they had the houses.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we're landlords to these houses and people can live in it.
Yeah,
and they showed the pictures of how bad it got in there, of like mold and how they can't warm any parts of the house in wintertime.
Okay.
And the rating was a G. I didn't know the energy ratings went below D, but it goes down to G. I thought, holy fuck, how bad is the heating in here?
It's
It
literally
doesn't even work, basically.
like they had to print a new sticker. You know how like on the washing machines they have like A, B, C, D. Like,
Yeah, it
bruv,
stops
it
at
was
like
so,
C
it was
normally.
so low. They were like, we need a lower
Maybe
sticker.
it'll go to E. Maybe it'll go to E, but G.
G, as in G's Louise.
That's some gangster shit, though, isn't it? That's like a G, ain't nothing but a G thing.
Ain't nothing but a G thing. Exactly.
That's wild.
Respect, bro. It's unbelievable. Okay, so first of all, there's that, yeah, and then so I've come on this podcast. I got
Listen, he's ready.
10 out of 10 emotional straight away. But bro, like the other thing was the charity stuff. Like when they mentioned that, I don't know if you remember that, but like obviously Charles is on camera like, yes, I'm very happy to be a patron of so and so charity. And then what you don't realize is that all the sites that they're operating out of, guess what, guys? Monopoly.
The man owns
He's
it.
taking rent. He's taking rent. So once he's taken rent and he's given back to charity, is that given to charity?
Isn't that money laundering? If you proper deep it, like if you think about it, I'm going to give you money. You're going to be in my property and then pay me that money back to me.
Yeah.
That's laundering.
Nah, bruv, it's recycling.
Oh, wait. They are actually taxing the wind. They are taxing the wind. Oxygen, it's the same thing. The wind farms, isn't it?
The wind farms.
Should we go to the wind farms? The people said he doesn't want to earn money from green sources. That's what he said. I don't want to earn money from green resources.
Wow.
Okay, big man. You're making money in the surge in profit from wind shores.
Yep.
And you're making money off the power cables that charge everything around the wind farms. How are you doing this, bro? And your 5 leases come to a nice little cheap 28 mil.
28 mil.
28 mil. Bro, what could you do with 28 mil?
How many PS5s do you think you can buy with 28 mil?
That would hurt my soul.
You know what? 28 mil, I'm not even lying. You could develop PS6 yourself.
You don't need Sony. I am Sony now. Look at me. I am Sony now.
Yeah, it's absolutely mad. And I don't know how we didn't know any of this.
So what I'm thinking is this whole shit about the Royals came out because they didn't pay someone. I'm sure they didn't pay someone and keep up payments to stop the story from coming out. Otherwise, surely it was open public notice about it.
Yeah.
They were trying to ask for freedom of information requests, dispatches, journalists, etc.
Yeah.
And they were sent back these full redacted documents that you could see nothing of. Mm-hmm. So they were trying to close the doors, but some people clearly found out. The Sunday Telegraph and I think it was the Daily Mirror.
Yeah.
Which are pretty, I'd say, royalist papers, if you ask me.
Absolutely. But then the question becomes, even though these guys have now got this information, they've printed the information.
Yeah.
How much does the nation pragmatically care. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Give it a week, no one's gonna give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because like whatever people care about, they just care about, and that's what's ingrained into them. It feels very difficult to change public opinion in that sense, right? Like people will go mad over like somebody brown coming over from a different place, coming here and not paying for their glasses because they're on benefit.
Oh yeah.
But my brother Charles,
they're on benefits, bro. The royal family are on benefits. It's called the sovereign grant, big man. That's benefits.
They're the original benefit scroungers, bruv. I'm telling you, man. Like, what I want to know is like, what are you doing with all of it? Like, how much?
How do you spend that much money?
How do you spend that much money? Like, I know there's upkeep on palaces and that. Yeah.
You must have seen Crown.
They've got to have a smart meter.
You must have seen The Crown.
The Crown. I haven't seen The Crown.
All right. So in The Crown, I remember like 1 or 2 seasons in, there was Philip who was moaning about how they wanted to ask for money for more money to keep upkeep or something. I think they wanted to upkeep one of the ships or some shit. And he was really kicking off about how he submitted some amount of money to be put through, and the government said no. Right. And he said, "How'd they expect us to live like this?" I thought, big man, this is like the 1950s, 60s.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure you're going to be very okay.
Yeah.
But it was just the nerve of getting upset.
I know. What's that phrase? When you're used to privilege, equality feels like oppression.
Ooh, that's a nice phrase.
Huh?
Yeah. Who taught you that?
I don't know, man. I just read a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Very brainy. I have to say it because no one else does, innit?
Absolutely,
so, yeah.
Absolutely. Their sovereign grant got up by 50% this year. 50%.
That's insane.
50%. So I think it went up to 150 mil, which means it was from what? 150 mil, quick maths. I would say that's 75%, but that's not 50%. That's 100%.
It would be more like a third, right? So like it used to be 100, goes up by 50%. It's now 150.
Bam, quick maths.
See what I'm saying? That's economics degree.
That's what I'm saying. 100 mil to 150. Right. Yeah. So what are you doing with that extra 50 mils, man?
Extra 50 mil. Now, you know what it is, yeah? Petrol's got more expensive these days. And like milk and cereal's got a bit more expensive.
Milk and cereal is a bit, it's a bit spenny, you know?
Which I'm sure that's what they have for breakfast as well, isn't it? Milk and cereal.
No, I reckon they pay someone to pour the milk and cereal in their mouth. Like, stand there, like, fucking feed it to me, bro. Yeah.
The perfect concoction.
That's it. Perfect percentage of, like, dud in the Cocoa Pops to make sure it's not too chocolatey. And it can't be in there for too long. So when it gets too long, it gets soft, doesn't it?
It gets soft, bro. It gets soft. That. Yeah, and I think that's why they also have another person chewing it for them, like moving their jaw, just to make sure that it gets swallowed before it gets soggy.
Absolutely, man.
That's 50k a year job, that one.
But also, if you don't chew, you save on dental bills. So if you just swallow it down completely, nothing to worry about.
It's fine, man. Exactly. That's it, man. Exactly.
And that's how Huel was born.
Speaking of, guys, this pod has been sponsored. But
sponsored by absolutely no one after this, man. So, all right. What I want to know is how people still back them that are just basically a minority. Because when they start thinking about it, or if we ask our parents, what do you think of the royal family? They're great.
Yeah.
But I don't think they see how deep the shit goes. So why do people still admire them?
Because you know what they're admiring still. And you know the answer. Diana. Oh, that's right. That's right. Do you think they like even know what the royals look like these days?
I think on TV it's hard to escape it.
Bro, but you know what it is? But they look at it and they picture Diana with them. It's like it's like they've got this like amazing sort of like dream figure in front of them of like a life of just pure class and like I'm a part of this globally respected institution.
I don't think they're respected that much anymore.
I know, but I think that's what our parents think. I think our parents think that they're associated with something super classy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think you're right. I don't think they're necessarily respected that much. They're not even thought about, I think, that much anymore. They just sort of like live their lives.
But that's the thing. They're smart in just living their lives and keeping up appearances and not ruffling too many feathers.
Yeah.
But when shit like this comes out, you're like, it's not a good look, is it?
Not a good look.
However, people will, as you said, attention span will go to something else. Like as soon as that documentary came out, Trump's president now. Everyone's attentions has swapped. So I feel like it was a storm in a teacup, but it wasn't enough of a storm in a teacup to stop Camilla from cancelling all of her engagements this week, was it? She cancelled, to quote you exactly from Twitter, because that is my source of all news.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the real news lives on Twitter nowadays.
Great place.
Absolutely. So it's understood Camilla is suffering from a pretty nasty dose of Channel 4 documentary, which is true. They got flipping shafted. Queen Camilla pulled out from a number of scheduled engagements this week due to a chest infection. Call me crazy, but she didn't, bruv.
She's chilling.
People are dragging her though. Camilla Parker Bowles, adulteress and side piece, can't be asked putting up with the backlash of Channel 4 Dispatches documentary.
Yeah.
So she pulled a sickie. Chest infection, my ass.
Oh man.
I don't think she was sick. Come on, man. We've all done it. We've all pulled a sickie.
Pulled a sickie.
Come on, bro. We've all pulled a sickie.
You think she's at home playing Gears of War?
No, I think she's at home chilling, hoping it'll blow over. But Gears of War sounds like a shout. Yo, what computer games do you think the Royals play? I reckon they play chess, innit? They definitely play chess, and they're like, look, let's move the children around the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
But they each have 30 pawns, you know? Like they're like right at the back with the rest of the family. But you know, normally you have only like one row of pawns. They probably have like 2 or 3.
Just to make sure that they're fully covered.
Like no
and
one can even move on the board.
All the spots are taken. That's the overpopulation you should be worrying about, people. What I think is funny is the royalists have people, the royal family have royalist followers who will come out and just talk openly about them before they've seen a piece of a documentary.
Of course.
So there were people who were scammed recently who were super fans. They were scammed to be asked about, hey, do you want to give an update on what you think about Harry and Meghan before the documentary came out?
Yeah.
And they did, and they partook and just said the most absolute outrageous shit without even watching a single second of the documentary, which shows that people were just they're set in their ways, isn't it, with how they approach things about them.
Well, it goes back to like what you were just saying about Trump, right? Like, I think people are just like, the nation is docile enough to just sort of like get on with it no matter what like people are saying. Like how Donald Trump, like recently, right? At one of his rallies, I don't know if you saw, like there was one that Nigel Farage came to, right? And Donald Trump was there like, this is my friend, Nigel Farage. And he was the best in the UK. He won the election by a landslide. He won by a landslide, but the best guy in the UK. It's like, mate, is he prime minister? No. Well, then he didn't fucking win, did he? Sorry, can you swear?
He can, of course he can. I swear all the time.
Yeah. It's just like a straight up lie. Yeah.
That is quite, to be fair, if you say something enough to them, I feel like they believe it.
Yeah.
So,
and no one fact checks anything. They just go, yeah, my guy said it, innit? Trump said it, so that's it.
And meanwhile, I think it was in Sussex, they had an effigy of Farage on Bonfire Night. Have you seen the video? They had like a full effigy of him and people who were throwing bricks and like having a fight.
Yeah.
And they said, this is what we're going to light on fire today for Bonfire Night.
No.
Yeah. I found it on Twitter. I'll show you. Hang on, wait there.
Unreal.
Keep on chatting. I'll find it. Go on.
An effigy of Farage. That's hilarious.
It's crazy. I thought, okay. Mad. Here we go. Laughing my ass off at Farage over in the US, claiming he speaks for men in the UK. Meanwhile, back in the UK, in a rural county in Sussex, has dragged his effigy through town and set fire to it on Bonfire Night.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. See, I'd skip Diwali for that. Yeah, I'd go to Bonfire Night that night.
I can't believe that they did it. What else we got from the Royal Doc? What I love about Dispatches is they don't fuck around. They just drop the cash facts and they drop it on you and say, here's what it is. Here's a few people that have researched it.
Yeah.
Mic drop, off we go.
Bro.
Like they throw a grenade, no look, and they just walk off and they're like, talk to me now. It's crazy.
It's like that scene of the Joker with the hospital in the Dark Knight. Blows up, just literally.
Just walk off.
Walk off. And what I love about the Dispatches doc as well, the editor, big up you, yeah, whoever edits it. It's like it was a bit of the documentary where William's like, yes, and we are dedicated to helping nature and the ecosystem. And then it just cuts to the cliff face just falling. Bro.
I thought this is cinema. This is cinema. They got a TikTok editor for that. I'm telling you, that kid knew what they were doing. I'm sure it was a kid. No old person's coming up with that propaganda.
No way.
That's wild.
It was insane. It was so funny. You know what, yeah? Here's the other thing. Bruv, this is how you know they're a little bit dissy, the royal family, yeah? You know what? They destroyed all that cliff face. All of that cliff face. How much for? How much for?
How much was it?
£7,500. £7,500. Are you joking? It's like literally like, can we do this for this much money? What? Does someone say they're going to give me money? Yeah. Where do I sign? Where do I sign? It's like
£7,500.
I know.
Oh, that's so bad.
Don't worry though, it's going to be donated, innit? Back to charity.
Okay.
It's fine.
You reckon?
No, because they care about the ecosystem.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good then. Yeah.
Wouldn't worry about it.
Have you heard how Prince William got on the plane to go to, where was it? He went to South Africa to sort of give a speech about he cares about the environment, but he went on a private jet to go there and talk about it.
Of course he did. Yeah, of course he did.
Never ceases to amaze me how I will be scrolling on Twitter and I will see a few people put out that picture of Taylor Swift with her little jet going across the US, and the main comment is always, "I think I'll have my normal straw, please."
Yeah,
because it's true. Like, we're not doing shit compared to her. Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I can't remember what the exact statistic is. Like, we'll put it up at some point, but it's like something like the top 5 biggest organizations in the world are responsible for something like 75% of like climate change or something like that.
Something like Apple, Google.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. Let me find this.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, now you got me. Hang on,
we got to fact check this. But like, if that's true, you just go, oh, okay, raw. So I'll just drive to my mum's house then, rather than taking the bike. You know what I mean?
Well, here you go. According to the Carbon Disclosure Project and Climate Accountability Institute, 100 companies are responsible for 71% of the global greenhouse gases emissions since 1988.
Wow.
Yo.
Wow. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's insane, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
And then you go like, yeah, all right then. So like, let's say we were like perfect, like absolutely perfect. The rest of us.
I have solar panels on top of my house.
Yeah. You walk everywhere.
And I ride a bicycle to charge my phone, because some people do that. You know, in airports, how they make it sound like, oh, it's really cool. I'm not laboriously working to charge my phone. Just give me the juice out the wall, innit? Yeah.
That's so funny. But that's like Apple, like making labor happen at both ends of like the iPhone. It's like the first bit where they get all the materials, they like use child labor and stuff, and then finally when like some spoiled kid has an iPhone, well, they have to do some labor as well in order to use it, to charge it back on the bikes. It's amazing, yeah, and we all volunteer to do it. Yeah, they got us, man. But yeah, so like you do all of that, but we're perfect. So that's 30%. That's 30% of the carbon emissions.
Yeah,
that are fine. In a perfect world where we are perfect.
Yeah.
What about those guys? But the big corporations, they're still chilling. We're still screwed. You know what I mean?
We're having a great time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So give me my straw.
Yeah, give me my straw. Yeah.
We went to Five Guys the other week. How many straws did I end up going through? At least 3 to try and extract stuff out of the milkshake. It wasn't happening.
Bro, you were chucking that milkshake into your mouth like it was a
wasn't
bulky.
happening.
Yeah.
As if I'm a fucking royalty. I can't get in my mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus, pause. Yeah. Jeez, man. Well, there goes the royal family. No one's going to care in a week.
No.
Good chat. Good chat. Let's jump into the next segment. All right, Daman, you've been on the pod before.
Hanji.
But this time you're here in place of doctor. So what I'm going to do is do the confessions of a married Munda with you.
Do it.
But I ain't doing the jingle. So just confessions of married men. Brown Monday.
I feel a bit less special. But
I'm not going to do the jingle.
It's
I can't sing.
with it.
And when I tried singing, it was really bad because I listened back to it and I was like, never doing that again. But if Garan wants me to ad-lib, I will happily ad-lib in the next episode. Done. Anyway, so you moved home recently.
I have moved home recently.
How's that experience been with your wife who's from Birmingham?
From Birmingham, yeah, your team.
Who didn't sign up to this when she moved to London, let's be real.
Of course she didn't. I didn't sign up to it either, to be honest with you. We both got pulled into a contract. It's just from my side. But yeah, it's, you know what? I'll tell you what, I was very scared to begin with, right?
What were you scared about?
As you would be, because, you know, when we first moved in together, we had to learn, me and Jazz, my wife, we had to learn how to like live with each other, you know? Like, and I don't know if you remember, like, let's say you're in school, right?
Mm.
And you go on a school trip with your best friend from school.
Yeah.
Bro, after 4 days, you're like, I don't want to see your face
for
a week. I need some time off of you.
Bro, I went traveling with a guy from work.
Yeah.
We both quit work and went traveling. We went together because it was like a foreign country, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna go Southeast Asia. So we went through, which was great. 2 and a bit months.
Mm-hmm.
I started to despise this guy, and I'm pretty sure he didn't like me at the end of it because, you know, just little things that piss you off about someone. Like he had chappala, and his feet were too big for the chappala ever so slightly.
Okay.
So the back of his foot would bulge off the back of it.
Okay.
And I'd look at him and be like, just buy some fucking fitting flip-flops. And he's like, no, this is it. And I'm like, please buy some flip-flops. No, this is fine. Or just like little things like that where you're like, why are you just so unkept? He wasn't that unkept.
That's so
but
funny.
I just noticed little things that I could never unsee. And I was like, I can't do this.
Do you know why that's funny? Because that is such a couple thing to say.
But I ain't spoken to him since. I haven't. I went traveling. I went traveling. We came back. We never spoke to each other again.
Swear down.
I've got
never
no problems
again.
with him at all. Like in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, I'll talk to him.
Because my guy had size 7 instead of size 8.
It wasn't that. It was just.
Oh man.
It's just, you know how when someone really pisses you off.
Yeah. Well, I get what you're saying. Like if you spend too much time with someone, all those little things start to get to you, even though in an ordinary sense they wouldn't. But
there we go.
Loads of time with that. Yeah. So obviously, like
when I said bye to him, I didn't even think I shook his hand. I was like, yeah, see you later.
Yeah, see you later, mate.
That's it.
You sure you don't want to stay in a foreign country? You sure? You want to come back to this country? But yeah, so like obviously when you move in, like as a couple, you have to learn each other's rhythms for living together. And so we'd worked this out nicely over 4 years, done a lot of work. And then what you have to do, when you're moving back in with your parents, is take that harmony that you've created and put it with a couple who are in their 60s, desi couple, arranged marriage. Yeah.
Arranged is important. Yeah. That's a good concept.
Have they figured out their rhythm after 4 years of marriage? I'll let you answer that question, audience. So
no fucking chance.
I'll be surprised if anybody has parents who have. No one has. Yeah. Desi parents at least. And and so like obviously I was nervous. I was like, you know, we like to live like this. They have their own way of living. Are we gonna like
figure it out?
Yeah, exactly. So that was the big worry.
So all that harmony, just take a fat sledgehammer to it,
fat slap to the face,
demolish it like Triple H in the WWE. That's it. That's what you were basically doing.
And the thing you're afraid of is the thing that you've grown up watching on Star Plus. You know, kyunki saas bhi kabhi bahuti. You know that thing.
Why
of
do you
like,
know that?
Yeah. Bruv, you think it's my choice to grow up with these things? You know, it's like
I've had it imparted on me. It's been pushed on me.
Yeah, years of Star Plus, years of ZTV. You know, and you're just like all their stories are like, yo, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law don't get along. That's like the plot line. And I'm sure if you watch something now,
the plot
it would
line's
still
real.
be like that. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's real.
Because then you start hearing about these stories in real life as well. You're like, yo, I thought it was a Star Plus thing, but nah, that's why they do it so much, because it happens.
They knew.
Yeah, man, it really does happen. So that's what I was afraid of. But, you know, touch wood, man, like ever since being at home, what I'm really like lucky about is both mother-in-law and daughter-in-law have been very like, they've been putting in a lot of effort.
Have they? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, to just be, to
normally
like,
it's a one-way thing.
Dude, yeah.
Which is where the daughter-in-law will just have to succumb to what mum says.
What mum says, yeah, exactly.
Have you had the Paronthe situation yet, where like she wants to put dishes somewhere different in the house, more efficient, and the mother-in-law's like, no.
Do you know what's mad about it? When it was me and Jazz, I was the dishwasher in it, and at home with my parents, they have a dishwasher, like
an
machine,
actual one. Oh,
like an
nice.
actual machine.
Yeah.
And so like it used to be my dad's job to like load it. But Jasper was like, oh no, don't worry about it, Mum. Daman's gonna take care of it.
Don't worry, Mum. I'm not doing it.
Daman's gonna take care of it.
Daman's gonna do it.
Yeah, that's what. Which is such a wife thing about so many things, by the way. Like we'll just be sat in a random conversation. Probably like we sat with you and Sanji. You guys are talking about, yeah, it'll be cool to be. Oh, don't worry. Yeah, Daman can sort that out for you.
You sat there like, I can talk for myself, you know.
I'm basically a volunteer, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, I'm doing what? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, cool.
Server. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, so like, they've like, managed, and Mum's been like, oh, yeah, okay. oh, Dom's doing it. Oh, nice. Because my mum's used to me being a lazy shit. You know what I mean?
Of course she is.
When I lived back at
My
home,
mum's the same way. And she treats me as if I'm still a kid.
Yeah.
And low-key, it's fire. But also, it is quite shameful when I'm sat there, my wife's looking at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, feeling a bit seen right now. I don't know if I want you to see me in this light right now. Yeah.
And then like you put your hood up and you run upstairs to your room.
That's it.
like a teenager.
Yeah.
Like that was the other thing, right? I was like, am I going to revert?
Exactly. Were you going to flip back to being like pre-marriage Daman?
Exactly. Oh, God forbid. I don't recognize that guy anymore. But it was like a possibility.
Well, was it close?
Bro, because when you go home, and your mum's like, oh yeah, man, look, here you go. Oh, what do you want? Should we order something for dessert? And you were just there like, rah, for me. Oh, okay. Wow. So like,
nice.
This is nice. Okay. Wow, I realized I haven't ordered dessert in ages, Jazz. And so like, at first, because when you visit, it's like that. But actually, you know what? Yeah, no, they've both been putting in so much effort. And if anything, I'm scared because their relationship's getting like better.
Oh, is it?
And I'm the one that's going to be dobbed in for sure.
Oh, because you're the one that's getting double teamed from both angles now. You're like, one side, mum's giving you criticism, and the next thing, Jazz is like, you don't know the half, mum.
Yeah. You want some additional data on this point?
Yeah,
because
I'll give it. Yeah.
Bruv, like it's how like you have a birthday party. And like you invite all your friends from different circles, and then like two of your friends from different circles have never met each other, and they start bonding over throwing shade at you.
There's your hatred of you. Yeah, it happens every time.
All the time. That's mum and Jazz.
And the go-to thing for all of my mates is, first time you met Indy, did you like him? They're like, no. And I'm like, I was a bit of an obnoxious prick growing up. I admit it, but. Very different story now.
Wow.
And they're like, yeah. Did he do this to you too? He did that to me too. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, they're getting on swimmingly well.
There's two friendships I've lost, but at least they've each gained one. Anyway.
Chalo, things happen in it. Kuch hota hai, you know? I don't even know if I use that reference correctly. I'll take it.
It definitely. No, we humbly accept your reference. What it is, I've also, the interesting thing that's happened since moving back is that I don't know if this is also just because, like, my mum maybe sees me less as a kid now, but like there'll just be things where we're all sat at home, we're all in the living room talking about this and that, and something will come up, like, mum will be like, just you like Bindia?
Ooh,
and Just will be like,
Bindia.
And Just will be like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know if any of this is factual because I don't pay attention.
Of course you don't. Bad person. No guy does.
But she'll be like, no, not really. And mum will be like, you know what? Yeah, neither do I. And I'm like, oh, what? You don't like Bindia? And like all these little factoids about my own mum, I just never knew, like, are coming up.
But your mum would just make it out of like, oh, other people like it, so we'll just have it.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. Like you're like watching the movie of your life in your head playing back as she's saying this, because you're like, I just remember you making Bindia or eating Bindia or whatever it is.
Doesn't mean they enjoyed it.
I had no idea that you didn't like it. And all these little things are coming up where I'm like, do I know my mum? How much do I know my mum?
Sometimes you need someone new someone new in the family to step in and show you, like, actually your mum's like this.
Yeah.
In a nicer way, obviously. People will happily point out the bad things. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
But it is good to sort of see, like, oh, actually, mad. I never clocked that about mum. Yeah.
100%. 100%. That's very much a moving in thing where I've been like, okay, like now that I'm spending more like excess time with my mum. Well, maybe it's like a thing where she's revealing it because now she's like, I want to reveal it to Jazz as like a...
Reveal it to Jazz?
Reveal it to Jazz, like as like a... we're bonding.
As in like, what did you get up to today? I want to wait until Jazz is home and tell her.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's serious.
Damn. Yeah, that would be big.
Sounds like it's going all right for you though so far,
It's going okay, man. It's going okay. Because I've heard horror stories. I mean, we've all heard horror stories, right?
Yeah,
about
we have friends. Yeah.
We have friends. They used to be married.
Yeah.
And
no longer.
But,
RIP, but it happened.
But it happens, yeah. There's been stories I've heard of, someone like sometimes from afar, you see a couple, you go, that seems like a really like idealistic lifestyle you're living. Like, seem to have everything together.
Few months later, bam, divorce.
Exactly. And why? Because it was always deeper than the couple. It wasn't to do with party A and party B in the couple. It was to do with the family. And it always seemed like it's like a big like occurrence, very common occurrence. But then there's been points where I've known people who are like, like say the husband is like, no, let's move into our own place. And the wife's like, no, we don't need to do that. Let's move into it. And he's like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. She's like trying to be like all forthright, trying to be happy.
Yeah.
They move in, bang, divorce because like just absolute disaster.
Or they move out within like X amount of months.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the time, couples will agree to move in and say, okay, we're going to move out. The only guy I know who has made that work is Karan. He's the only banda I know who's managed to move in at home and make it work.
Yeah.
But everybody else I know have done it for like a small period of time, then moved out.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like sometimes there was this one couple I used to know, the guy would say to me, everything's fantastic at home, no problems.
Yeah.
Mum and wife and dad get on very well. And then Sandra will talk to the wife and she'll be like, it was a fucking nightmare. I hated every second of it. I wanted to get out of there ASAP. I'm so much happier in my own space. And I thought, I feel conned. Why was my mate not being honest?
Was he not being honest?
Or did he genuinely think that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe he had like the heavy tints on.
Yeah. It's entirely possible, man. It's entirely possible. Because sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes people are acting and then they find someone, they're like, oh, I'm just going to tell you the truth. Don't tell my husband. But good night, man. But I'm glad.
I know people will tell strangers, but not their partner.
No, yeah.
It's mad interesting how people do that.
Bro, it's much easier to tell some deep, meaningful shit to like a stranger.
A person who doesn't care. That's why counsellors make money, man. It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine's made a fair whack off me, so yeah. Happy
and that's why stand-up comedians talk to strangers in their audience.
It's therapy.
It's therapy.
As
a disclaimer, don't get into stand-up for therapy. I'm not encouraging that.
Because you will be traumatized.
Yeah.
That is trauma. We were talking about trauma earlier and saying like, we need a bit of like sprinkling of trauma in life, innit?
You do need a bit of yeah. 100%.
Do you feel like you need a bit of sprinkling trauma in your marriage? Because that's what you've opted up for, mate.
That's fine. I think we've all had enough of that. It would be mad to like. I think you're right. You do need a bit of trauma in your marriage. I think it's fake.
Fucking this sounds so toxic.
No, but not trauma. Like not. Apologies to Jazz in advance. No, but like what I mean is like disagreements and getting over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're like the kind of couple you're like, yeah, we never fight. You're like, nah, you chat shit, bro.
Wait for that one blow.
Exactly.
Then
That's
all
not
coming
real.
out.
Yeah. I definitely have family members. I have family members who are like, yeah, we never argue. No, we never argue. I'm like, but then I'm like, no, but I've seen you argue like 3 times. And they're both like, what do you mean? We never argue. I'm like, oh, okay. You're just lying to yourselves. Got it.
Have you and Jazz fought ever since you've been home?
Have we fought? Not like nothing big.
But like little tiffs and stuff.
Definitely little tiffs. Yeah, we've been there like maybe a month and a half, 2 months. Something like that. Yeah. I'd say like little tiffs here and there.
Very normal.
But super normal. Yeah. But nothing like blow up type, which, again, like that's the thing you're afraid of because you're like, oh my God, we're moving environment. Some sort of some shit's going to happen. So who knows? Maybe it might happen.
What would be interesting to see is like, if you have a blow up, how do you have a suppressed blow up at home? Like in a room, in your bedroom where you're having a chat and you're like, how do we argue without raising the voices so loud that mum and dad knock and be like, everything all right?
Yeah. Imagine we both learn sign language just to so we're physically just like, it sounds like we're exercising. You know what I mean?
The room's shaking.
But really, you're just like throwing up like, how do you say
oh man. Okay, so it's going well. I'm glad it's going well for you.
Touch wood. How about how's things going for you, Indy, in your new humble abode, which I've come to for the first time today?
I'm sorry to Daman's wife Jazz for not seeing the house before. This is an emergency circumstance. Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. I think living with Sandra's always always constant entertainment, man. Like, I'll tell you my confession. So this week, she got 3 very famous people mixed up because she's a bit dyslexic. But I find her dyslexia entertaining.
Yeah.
More than like I laugh at it, be like, what are you on about?
Yeah.
Like, I sit there and I'm like, no, this is actually really funny. So not yesterday, it was last week. She said to me, hear about Tony Robinson? I was like, who's Tony Robinson?
Tony Robinson.
I was like,
is that Tony Robbins?
I thought Tony Robbins. You want about Tony Robbins? She's like, maybe.
Yeah.
I said, the motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Looks massive.
Yeah,
a bit awkward as he talks.
Yeah.
Godden loves him.
He's like The Rock, but with hair.
Yeah. Godden absolutely adores him. No, not him. Tony Robbins, he paid to go and see him. No. She's like, no. And then she showed me a picture of him. She's like, I've typed in Tony Robinson. And I was like, okay, I didn't know there was a famous Tony Robinson. Let me show you Tony Robinson. That's him. He's a BBC television sitcom from Blackadder.
Right.
He's 78 years old.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And he said, no, he got arrested and he was sentenced to jail. I said, Tony Robbins got sentenced to jail. And I was like, wait, do you mean Tommy Robinson? And she said, yeah. I said, how'd you get 3 people mixed up like that so casually? So casually. Right?
Wow. Occupational hazard for these
in fairness, why are those 3 names so fucking similar?
Tony Robbins, Tony
Robbins, Tony Robinson, Tommy Robinson.
I feel like you could have a T-shirt of like, you know, like the man evolving, down, and back up. So like starts with Tony Robbins, then goes to Tony Robinson, and finally you have Tommy Robinson. Like we finally got there.
The final phase, dickhead. Yeah. Jesus, that's crazy, man. I just said to Stange, like, there's never a dull day with you. It's so impressive, man. Dyslexia is what's the word? Entertainment, to say the least.
It's entertainment.
It is pure entertainment. I got one more confession, I think. Wait there, hang on. Oh yeah, sorry. You know how Sanj is the ultimate Diljit Dosanjh fan?
Yeah.
God tier level, yeah?
Like you're like her second husband because she's reserved that first space.
Oh yeah, bro. I know my role. Yeah.
No, I get it.
I'm sure toxic masculinity people are getting upset about that statement, but it's cool. Man, it is what it is, bro.
It's the first time I've been to this house and there is a wedding picture and Indy's not in it.
It's true. Diljit. And you saw the poster of him upstairs, isn't it? Yeah.
Big time. On the ceiling.
Yeah. So, right. There was a merchandise drop recently where Levi's India said, we've got Diljit Dosanjh merch coming out. Because when he had his merch out recently, it was very airy. I saw it and thought, this is a cash grab. It's not that great. Whatever. We saw all the merch in India be dropped. And Sanj said, I want it. I was like, all right, we'll see what you can do, innit? And she goes through the website, starts looking at it for like an hour, comes to me and says, Indy. I said, yeah. I want this shirt, but I need an India phone number. And I thought, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. She said, what? I said, you want me to ask my dad, innit, for his India phone number to make sure you can get the order through. She said, I'm not asking that at all. I said, yeah, you are. And she said, okay. I said, why don't you ask him? Like, he likes you. And she said, no, you're his son. You ask him. And I said, all right, fine. So I called Dad. I said, Dad, what's your India phone number? He said, here you go. He said, why? I said, well, we're trying to get this thing on Levi's in India, trying to get it sent to the house. And he said, okay, fine. What's the address, Dad? He said, the address is, he gave me his house address. And then he said, but put in brackets the next door neighbor's address. And then don't write Kapurthala, write Kapurthala, Jalandhar Road, Kapurthala. I said, why am I writing Kapurthala twice? He said, because if you write Jalandhar Road at the bottom, those idiots will think it's in Jalandhar and they'll send it to Jalandhar. And I thought, are you taking the piss? He said, yeah. I said, this package is ending up in a field.
Oh my gosh.
It is not landing home. No fucking chance. It's not landing home. Yeah?
Levi's kitty.
So in this conversation trend now, Sam just managed to go through and buy it. It's coming through to mum and dad's in India. And I thought, okay, everything's done. Fine. Sorted. Next day, get a text message to dad's phone. And they said, can you text us your current address and share your live location on your phone with us for 24 hours so we can better trace where you live to send the items to? And I thought, what in the data privacy breach is this? What? I said, they are not delivering it to us. No chance. They're not going to find it. No way are they finding this.
No, there's
No.
no way.
So then Dad said, what do I do? I said, can you give him the neighbor's number? He said, all right, fine. He gave him the neighbor's phone number.
Yeah.
When they came to drop it off, they dropped it off in the morning India time, which was nighttime here.
Okay.
So when they send a text message number for confirmation, you know how you make a big Amazon order and they'll ask for a number at the door?
Yeah, of course.
They did the same thing in India, which is good. But for like a 30 quid t-shirt, relax.
Of course.
And they dropped it off at the neighbors. And the neighbor tried to accept it, but they said, you got the code. No. Tried calling Dad. He's asleep. Didn't pick up.
Yeah.
So then they've taken it back. And I thought, oh, it was right there. Shit. Sanj then went in, updated the address again, and changed the name on it to this. And I thought, all because she wanted Dilge merch. All because she wanted Dilge merch.
Stressful.
Yeah. A few days later, I'm like, heard nothing. Is anything arriving? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I called my dad. I said, Dad, has it arrived? He said, yeah, it arrived yesterday. I said, why didn't you tell me? And he said, I thought I did. The man who lives on WhatsApp didn't send me a WhatsApp. Impressive. So there you have it. She managed to get the shirts, but I said, wait, Sanj, you've done this badly. She said, why? Dad isn't going to be able to go to India and come back till like next year.
Yeah.
So the hype of the shirt's going to die down by then. She said, should have just got it through like Godden's family who come back and forth to England a lot.
Oh, no.
Completely.
Can someone else send it?
Listen, no chance. I'm not
You're
sending,
even entertaining
I'm
that
not
level
sending
of admin.
other people on a wild goose chase for another t-shirt or the same t-shirt. Look, I know it's safe at the Gwandi's house, isn't it?
It is safe
as long
at
as
the
it's there,
Gwandi's
it's
house.
fine.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'll live with that.
My
But all
God.
that for Dilge merch, bro.
That's insane, man. I also like I didn't realize the like delivery companies are all becoming like freaking, Deliveroo.
Oh, mate.
You need a number.
Yeah. Tracking number. We need you to also share your the live location thing is
The
wild.
live locationing is a madness. That's that's the biggest
Full data
GDPR breach I've ever heard of. Yeah, just tell us where you are.
But
Just
GDPR
for a whole
isn't
day.
there though, isn't it, in India?
No.
See what I mean?
No, GDPR is like type of motorbike they drive or something. I get why Sandra's done it though.
Yeah.
Like good merch, it makes you feel
It does.
so good,
But
man.
I don't know what the quality of it's like in India either.
Yeah, but
But
like,
even though it's Levi's India, it's got to be good in it. Like I'm
it's
banking
got to
on
be
that.
good. It's got to be good, but also it's less about the quality and it's more about the props people give you when they see it.
Yeah, because that's from India.
They're like, yo, that's a nice Diljit shirt.
That's
or whatever.
hard to get.
People will be like, yeah, like to this day, yeah, big up Corrupt FM. When I
Your
wear,
corrupt t-shirt.
when I wear that Corrupt t-shirt, yeah, there's no level of respect I get in my life more than when I wear that Corrupt t-shirt. Someone in the streets always like, my God, they're always like,
Or your Pokemon top.
Corrupt. Or my Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon is the other big one. Yeah, Pokemon.
Where did you get that top from?
Bro, everyone always asks me this. You know where I got it from? Well, I didn't even. My mum got it for me for Christmas. Top Man. Swear to God.
Top Man don't exist no more.
Yeah, I know. It was like a couple years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
That must have been like 2019 because it got bought out. It's really sad. I know this, but ASOS bought it out.
Then it must be Primark or something. It's just like some like ordinary ass place. Like it wasn't like some sort of mad import or anything like that. Which I have done for anime.
Oh, have you?
For Naruto. I don't know if you're into anime.
You need to hit a bow. Yeah, I am. You need to hit a bow. He'll sort you out. It's
Yeah, I
dangerous.
do,
It's very
actually.
dangerous.
I do actually.
He
Yeah.
will happily sort you out with stuff.
Bro, when I was at the Fringe, Bao was handing out like like jerseys for basketball tops. He was handing them out like he was
I like
Oprah.
he's chilling. Yeah. You get a jersey. You get a jersey.
You get a jersey. You get a jersey. Yeah. He just like opens his backpack. He's like, you know what? I liked your set. LA Lakers. LA. Like,
Fuck a tip. Right, give me
telling
the
you.
jersey.
yeah, if you're a comic and you like basketball, Bao, you want to hope Bao's in your audience.
That's it, man.
Like he is like an amazing audience member. Like he'll just give you like, and it's like official merch as well. Like I saw him give one comic, like some really nice top, And the comic was like, man, this is so nice. I don't know if you mind, but I'm seeing a really important friend of mine soon. This is so nice. I think I might give it to them.
Yeah.
And Bao was like, Ella, just pulls out another one. Same one. Here you go. I have loads, bruv. Don't worry about it. Bruv, I'm telling you.
Listen, he loves me, his younger brother. He gives me shit all the time. Shout out, Bao. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Bao,
I wear a lot of it in the pod as well, but yeah. Maybe not today because it's a bit cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So with Bao, he didn't buy me a hoodie. He had this hoodie upstairs and he came to stay here. It's like really thick white hoodie.
Yeah.
And it's so warm on the inside. It's basically fleece.
Right, yeah.
And
high quality.
he gave it to me and he said, here, have it. It's got Majin Buu on the back. And it's pure white, but I can never wear it outside.
What's it got on the back, sorry?
Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. It looks insane. I'll show it to you after. And it's so warm and comfy. He said, here, just have it. I was like, you don't want it? He's like, oh, I'll be fine, have it. I thought, good having a brother like this. And then Sandra says to me, your brother proper loves you. I was like, you think? She said, yeah. I said, all right, I'll take it. So thank you very much.
That's what love is.
Yeah, that is what love is.
It is what love is. That's so sick.
Yeah.
Like good clothes, especially now.
Oh, mate. Especially now in winter.
Oh, man. Yeah, you just have an appreciation for it.
Essential. I'm going to sleep now with jumpers on. Cold, bruv. I've changed the blanket to like, what is it? The highest hog level. Well, I can wake up in the morning and I'm sweating, but I'm like, I don't care. I just don't want to be cold in the night. It's gotten to that level now of like tund.
Let me ask you this. What is your tund tolerance versus Sanj?
So my tund tolerance is higher because she likes being warm more. My tund tolerance has dropped because I'm acclimatized into her level of acceptance of
conditioned
warm.
you.
So let's say if it is cold in the house, I feel it more than I normally would.
Yeah.
Whereas in the past, I'd be like, oh, right, I can handle it.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what?
But Sandra's had like a different upbringing to me. She's in the other room, and so I'm looking the other way, but she can't hear me. She, definitely. In her household, her dad never used to turn the heating on. Never turned the heating on. Never. Like, I think the heat was on like 14 degrees.
Okay.
Or like 12 degrees or something in her house. She never used to move. So she became used to being cold. Then we moved into the flat. The flat was always warm. Then we moved here and we've never felt so cold before in our life.
Really?
So yeah, man. Because the flat was insulated perfectly. It was a new build. I think we turned the heating on there, shit you not, in the space of 2 years I was there. Once. I turned the heating on once just to see if it worked.
I tell you what, I do get it. Yeah, when we were in the flat, it was exactly the same.
It's not necessary.
No.
But in the summertime, I was sizzling. Like turkey sizzlers, mate. That was me.
Wow.
It was painful how hot it got.
I can't deal with it, the heat. Can't deal with it. I always tell people I'm fake thisy, man. I can't deal with, not a cricket fan, not a Spice fan.
No, you're not a Spice fan. You are a little bit.
No, like
I
a
put
little
some
bit.
Tabasco in your sauce. It was fine.
Yeah, a little bit. But obviously, like this, you know, Spice.
Fucking Vindaloo, mate. Yeah,
yeah, that's right, mate.
You're fucking
Give me some
mate,
fucking mayonnaise for that, mate.
Exactly, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he changed character halfway. Yeah, like I can't deal with. Here's my theory.
Yeah, go on.
If you're too cold, like what will happen is Bal will give you a nice hoodie. You'll sleep under a nice rajai. Job done. Now you're happy. Yeah. If you're too hot, what are you gonna do, big man?
Oh, it's done. It's done. It's finished.
You're
it's
over.
Like,
you're cooked.
Everything's off. All couple it off, and you're like, I'm still dying.
Yeah, you're like, and you're like, how do I take my skin off? How do I do it?
Or you're sitting there and you turn the puck on, and you're hoping for some hover. But even then, it's when it moves.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, can it just stay on me? And when Sandra's asleep, I've done this many a times. I've locked it on me, and I'm like, cool me the fuck down.
Yeah.
6 a.m. in the morning, I'm there and I'm shivering. I'm like, give me the blanket.
Yeah.
But I don't care. It was worth it.
Oh, that's the best though, isn't it? When you wake up and you're cold, you're like, oh, and I can warm myself up.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Warming yourself up when it's cold, it's so nice. Like now it's winter. Yeah. I'm so happy. It's so cozy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's so dark outside, bro.
Yeah, I'll give you that. The darkness that's not cool. That's not cool. I don't like the early darkness. I like it to be sunny, but a bit tender.
But a bit cold. So you like autumn?
Yeah, oh, perfect.
You love autumn.
Perfect. Oh, the red leaves falling. Beautiful.
I'm so happy right now.
bro, please. It's I can picture a screensaver.
Of what? Of like the pure
just the red
autumnal vibes.
autumnal vibes, man. You're wearing a big coat, wearing a bit of a scarf.
Yeah.
Got a little coffee.
Oh my God, Daman, this is like your wet dream. I can feel it.
Yeah. It's like you're walking, someone bumps into you. Oh, you turn around, it's Hugh Grant. You know, it's like, it's amazing. Autumn it's just perfect. Just perfect. Summer comes around, yeah. Everyone's all like, ooh, summer bod. Ooh, I can't wait for summer. Nah, bruv. Allow it, man. Sunniness is good. I'll give you that. Sunniness is great. Long days are great. But the heat, man. And I tell you what, yeah, growing up in the UK used to be sick because it was summer, but it was never hot.
It wasn't
because
that
it was
hot.
the UK.
Yeah, it was like 20-ish solid.
Exactly.
And you were like, yeah, it's chilling. It's chilling.
Yeah, it would drizzle and you used to be like, yeah, safe. That's what I want. I want a little bit of cool in my life.
Yeah.
But no. Thanks a lot, global warming. Thanks a lot, Royals.
Bringing it back, yeah. Well, you had a little encounter the other day on the tube, innit?
I did have an encounter.
You told me this off air, but I feel like it's definitely worth telling. So go on, man. Tell us what happened, man.
Encounter, by the way, not like that. Yeah, an encounter that was. So basically, this is what happened. And my wife is a lawyer, and she's gonna hate that I told you this story, but I'm telling it.
Now you know it's juicy.
Basically, this is what happened. So I'm going out for the evening, and I live basically maybe a 20-minute walk away from the train station. So I asked my dad, I was like, Dad, can you give me a little lift to the station? Saves me a bit of time. So he's like, yeah, jump in. And so we started driving, but then Waze comes on, you see every road is red, packed with traffic. Super, super odd. Doesn't normally happen in our area. And it's literally so bad. I'm like, Dad, I don't know what's going on here, but it's not worth us sitting in this traffic, especially you sitting in this traffic, just to get me to the station. So don't worry about it. I'll walk. You go back. So he goes back, and I'm just walking along the roads, seeing all this traffic. I'm like, what is going on? And as I approach the station, I see everything's cordoned off around this area, and there's police cars everywhere. I'm like, bruh, something's happened here. And so as I'm walking past the police officer, someone's asked the police officer what's happened. He's gone, a young man was, and then he says a word, it ends in a duh sound, but I couldn't really hear it. I think it was stabbed, killed, murdered, something like that, something bad, you know what I mean? And so I was like, wow, okay, that explains all of this.
All the commotion, yeah.
This is a lot. And so I get on the train, and as I get on the train, on the Met Line, bigger trains, they have these little booth type sections where
you can sit opposite someone. Yeah.
That's it, yeah, exactly. And so I sit down.
By the way, the Met Line is fucking filthy.
Is it?
Bro, the Met Line's dirty, man.
What are you on about?
The Met Line and Bakerloo lines and the Central lines are the three dirtiest lines on the tube.
What is that statistically?
No, I'm saying me and my experience, man.
Bro.
Me and my butt crack touching those seats. I'm telling you.
Yeah, are you saying that because those are the lines you use the most? And so you're like, I know what I do on those train lines,
I barely use the Met Line.
Yeah?
But I've sat on it and I was like, this is not nice.
Swear down, bro, they're newer trains, man.
Wait, am I thinking this wrong?
They're big, spacious. They got air conditioning.
No, but it had those maroon seats in it. Those. This is way back then than when I went on the Met Line.
Oh, bro, yeah. Obviously, the old Met Line
were disgusting.
No, the Met Line now is the same as say Hammersmith and City Line and all of that kind of
you
stuff.
guys got the aircon.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, it's good to be comfortable because you're not moving anywhere. It sucks.
True.
The train line sucks. Yeah. But at least you're comfortable in the seat. So I'm sat in this little booth, and I see opposite me is this so this guy sat in a full tracksuit. He's got a bally on, right?
Bally meaning
balaclava. His face is fully masked. You can just see his eyes. But you're yeah, this is London. You know what I mean? Roadmans are everywhere. So whatever. So I'm on my phone, and I just hear a voice go, "Yo, boss man, how long did it take you to grow that beard?" And I look up. It's the guy in the bally talking to me. Yeah, man, this took me my whole life, actually. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, because you're Sikh, right? And I go, yeah. And he goes, you know what? I'm Orthodox Christian, and we're supposed to have the same thing. And
Christians are supposed to have beards.
Well, I never heard this before, but like somebody Orthodox Christian is apparently supposed to have a beard. But I never heard this. But okay, anyway, don't worry about it. Stick with it. You'll get there. He goes, anyway, sorry to bother you. It's just boring being on a train without your phone, Yeah. I get that. What happened to your phone? He's like, yeah, the police took it. Okay. How come the police took it? That's my fault.
You should have just been like, oh, safe. And then just jump. And let your brain do backflips. That's what you should have done.
Bro, yeah. At that point, I should have been like, oh, is it? Yeah? Okay, cool. Nice chatting to you, bro.
I'm going to sit in another carriage.
yeah. I'm going cathedral. Christian Orthodox, right? And he was like, yeah, I'm a suspect in a murder case.
How?
I was like, all right. Cool, man.
Why is he divulging this info to you?
No. And my guy's like, that's not, but the feds think I've done it, but I never actually done it. I just like disarmed the guy who did do it, and then I ran after the other guy. Allegedly.
Why is he saying to you allegedly? Is he thinking you're a fed?
Bro, I know. I was like, it's just flattering or not. I don't think it is. No, I don't think I do. I would want to be a fed.
It's like you said earlier, though, Daman.
Fed.
People like talking to strangers and opening up, innit?
They do like it, yeah.
Do you?
That's right. They will tell a stranger. He won't tell his family members this.
Fuck no.
Of course not. But he'll tell a random stranger for sure. He won't like me once he's seen this and he's like, this guy's a snitch.
That's you assuming that this pod's gonna blow, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. And then what?
But yeah, and then he goes, can I give you a tip? I go, yeah. He goes, I can see your phone has 3 cameras. Those are the ones we go for, so that you know. But I would never want to take yours, man. You seem like a hardworking guy. I don't want to ever rob anyone who's like an innocent person.
Has he got like a robber's code or some shit where he's like, yeah, me and the boys, we've got this agreement, which is 3 cameras, yes, 2 cameras, no.
Bro, I asked, I was like, what? Why are there 3 cameras? He was like, yeah, those are the new things, isn't it?
Not necessarily. Mine's an iPhone 12 Pro Max. This is old.
That's what I was thinking.
This is 4 years old.
Yeah.
This ain't worth that much.
I didn't want to fact check him. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, bruv, you do you. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if I did, though, and he listened, and then everyone with regular iPhones started getting looted.
Listen, man, it's an equal opportunity theft out there. This is what it is.
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So you put your phone straight back in your pocket then?
Literally, I did. I was like, just to let you know, this is going back in here, yeah?
And then, what, you just sat opposite him while the Met lines didn't move?
Bro, we got to the station, and the train turned to a fast train, and he was like, oh, I don't want to take this one.
Did you tell anyone, like police, that he was a suspect?
Nah, bro, I had to go to an escape room. You know what I mean? I was busy. You know what I mean?
Dumb priorities.
You know,
Absolute priorities.
You could say that was my first escape room of the night.
Well. well. Plot twist.
Plot twist indeed. That was insane.
And you went home and told Jazz this, and she said, "That's like a normal day in London."
She was like, "Why did you let him tell you what he did?" I was like, I don't know. I'm just like a talkative, innit? I'm just talkative guy. Like I just chat to people. He's like, no, listen. I was like, okay, lawyer. Sorry.
Got your best interest at heart, my brother.
You know what I mean? There you go. My mum tag teamed with her. There you go.
Straight up telling you again. Damn, what you doing? Ta.
All angles. So to answer your question, that's what it's living like. That's what it's like living with mum and Jazz.
Yeah, you got home saying, I met a suspect today, and they're like, oh, that's nice. Why are you talking to strangers? Basically, you're being treated like a kid again.
Yeah, big time. That's the cost of Aloo Paronthe, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Aloo Paronthe, yes, but yeah, exactly. Always
the Sunday Paronthe is that, man.
And it has to be Aloo Paronthe for me.
Ooh, yeah, true. On a Sunday morning, true.
I think
it's a Sunday morning thing, though, isn't it?
It is a Sunday morning thing. Jazz really likes Gobi Paronthe. Gobi Aloo Paronthe.
Gobi Paronthe?
Yeah.
You know I don't like Gobi. What kind of blasphemy is this? It's in America, yeah?
I'm
Gobi
talking
no
about
bolsak
Gobi.
da, yeah.
This and that. Sorry, bruv. Sorry. let me get you Nutella Paronthe.
I can't even have that either. Man's allergic to hazelnuts. Fuck's sake. Okay, hang on. I told you about Gimma Paratha earlier, and you were like, no, that's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
And then I showed you the BBC Good Food had it, and you were like, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, sorry. How's BBC Good Food a source?
Listen, if it's made into the mainstream, that means it is legitimate.
Bro, I'll tell you what, yeah?
Go on.
If I go on Good Food right now, I will find you 6 or 7 such tier dishes that you've ever seen in your life, the worst things you've ever seen on BBC Good Food. And then you tell me if it's the source of legitimacy. I'm telling you.
I just mean it's a thing, like it's been made
Like
before.
it's been made. It's just because it has been made doesn't mean it should be
Tastes
made,
good.
you know?
Listen, it's like Samoseh. People love Samoseh, man. I've tried it. It's not great. I prefer the aloo, and I prefer the
Aloo and mutton.
and the mutter in it.
And
Has to be
chutney.
mutter.
Okay.
It has to be that, but it can't be. It can't be like, okay. There's variants of Samoseh in it. We can all agree here. Punjabi Samoseh slap. Okay.
Yeah.
Ridiculously.
100%.
Gujarati Samoseh. You know, it's a bit like your pastry ain't that good. The inside of it is not great.
Yeah.
It don't hit.
Yeah.
Chinese Samoseh, no. Just no. They aren't even Samoseh. You know the little tiny ones.
Yeah.
They are Samoseh.
No, but that's just a shape thing.
But they are Samoseh.
They're not proper Samoseh,
No.
man.
No.
Nah, man. Nah. What you want is Chinese spring rolls. That's what you want.
Yeah. But even Punjabi spring rolls are okay.
Nah, man. I'm not on it. I'm not on it.
Why are you not on it?
They put paneer in that in, so I'm like, okay, like it's okay.
Just try
It's
to pull you in a little bit.
Yeah, but it's like whatever you're good at, whatever you're best at, do that. You know what I mean? Punjabi Samoseh, ikdam number one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The best. Oh my god. Okay, so bro, I grew up in Wembley. Yeah, there's this like Chinese warehouse full of food called Loon Fung.
Okay.
Yeah, big up. They have these spring rolls. I'm telling you, they are so addictive. They come in like these boxes of 40. I swear to you, I could eat all 40, one after the other, after the other. Like, it's crazy.
What's
They're
in it?
so good.
What's in it?
I don't know. I don't ask.
You should ask, bro.
Bro.
How much MSG has been put in that?
Oh, enough.
Enough to kill like at least 10 of us. I'm telling you.
It will be a lovely death.
Death by MSG. Yeah, good point, actually. Okay, all right.
Yeah. What's your spot? I don't know if you talked about this. What's your spot in London?
I don't have one.
You have one?
I don't have one. I haven't been to a place in London yet for Samoseh that's blown me away.
Okay.
I genuinely haven't.
I'll take you.
Fine, but I've been to ones on Green Street with Dad, and they were okay. But then I did a taste test, which is where I bought some from Birmingham, and I had the ones from London,
Yeah.
and I put them side by side, and I gave them to my father-in-law, and even he said the ones in Birmingham were better. I was like, well, there you go.
They do good ones in Birmingham.
They do banging ones, man.
Of course they do. But there's one place. There's one place.
Where is it?
Yeah. Obviously, as we all know, yeah, West is best. So it's in Southall, naturally. It's called Shanshaw.
For what?
Shanshaw Samoseh and their papri chaat. Those are the two things. You go Shanshaw in Southall, and you get the Samoseh, get their chutney as well, and get their papri chaat. I'm telling you, bro, you haven't tasted anything like this.
Should we do a journey?
Let's do a journey.
Let's do a journey to Southall. Let's do it.
Done.
Fucking yes.
And at some point, let's do Birm's journey as well. You take me to your spots.
Happily.
Done.
Bao samples out all the new latest places. He knows exactly where everything is. But those who don't know who Bao is, that's my older brother. And he knows Daman. And he introduced me to Daman. So he's the Rishta here.
Big time.
And
Bao's the patrol.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Sorry, not
Big
the Rishta. That word naturally.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Naturally.
Yeah. Where you're like, it's from Southall. Naturally. People started saying it more. And I'm like, what does it actually mean?
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, naturally.
See? Naturally. Why is it naturally? Why is there nature involved here?
Because I was talking about West London.
Yeah, and you said Southall naturally.
Southall naturally, because in West London, where would you go for Punjabi stuff?
Hounslow.
Nay.
Slough.
Southall first.
Slough.
Hounslow is a close second.
What about Slough?
We don't know about Slough. Slough is new age.
Is it?
Yeah, and also it's like outside of London, technically.
So Southall.
No, it's not.
Okay,
Southall is greater London.
Here we fucking go.
No.
Here we go, Daman. Where does London start and finish?
That's right. Let's get our map out.
Come on,
Southall,
man.
yeah. Let me just tell you something, yeah. If there was I don't know if you saw Slough in Bend It Like Beckham.
I did.
But you would have seen, did you?
Yeah.
Is it in there?
No. Southall. I saw Southall in Bend It Like Beckham.
Slough isn't though, is it?
So are we quantifying the realms of London?
I think you'll find
Beckham?
that if you consult a map, it will have a border and it will say Bend It Like Beckham on the...
Because if we're doing tube lines, you know, it goes all the way to Ivor.
I know, yeah, no.
And Ivor is Wokingham.
Ivor is Wokingham, but is Ivor in a zone?
It's
in a zone.
Okay, are we talking about tube Oyster cards being accepted?
That's right.
Is that
I think
the level?
if an Oyster card is accepted, it's at least greater London.
Yeah.
That's right. And because the tube, you are right, it goes outside of London. But Southall is London. And
what about
Slough is not. Cockfosters. That's like right at the end of the Piccadilly line.
But is it
in zone 6?
It's Door, that's all I know.
Yeah, that's all I know as well.
All I think is when I see those tubes on the map and it says at the stop, in 6 minutes, Cockfosters. I'm like, I think of the furthest points possible.
Yeah, that's true.
Cockfosters is one.
It is one.
The other one is now we're testing the realms of my limits. Upminster. Is Upminster and London?
Upminster.
Yeah.
Is it London? I'd need to see what zone it's in.
Upminster, bro, if I show you on a map, I'd blow your socks off. Here you go.
Yeah.
Upminster is barely London. It's like Bin. Watch everybody in the comments.
Upminster. I'll tell you what, Upminster sounds like a very unaffordable bin.
There's London.
Okay.
There's Upminster.
That's it. Yeah. Which one's the M25 belt?
Oh, here we go. It's just in the M25 belt.
London.
Oh, shut up, man.
It's London.
It's London.
Listen, I don't make the rules, man.
Yeah, you
I
do.
didn't draw the map. I didn't draw the tube lines. I didn't name the zones. Listen, I'm a humble servant of the capital.
So in which case, the capital. In which case, bro, Dartford's London. Are we really doing this?
Say less.
Dartford is London.
Dartford.
Fuck off. Dartford is not London, brother. No
I'll be honest, I don't even know where Dartford is, yeah? But still, say less. Dartford, my guys, I'm fighting for you.
Okay, how about this? How about Epsom?
Epsom? That's a printing company, isn't it?
No, that's Epsom.
Oh, right,
okay. Epsom's like the race course, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Okay, what about... so sad I'm looking at a map. Is this what the podcast has died into? Maybe we should wrap it up in a sec. But hang on, wait there. I'm still going. Staines.
Staines
is in the M25.
Staines is in the M25. Okay, yeah. Staines is not Greater London.
Thank you, bro.
It's not. But I'm telling you, it's not Zone 6 either.
Uxbridge?
Uxbridge is Zone 6.
Yeah, but would you say Uxbridge is London?
It's Greater London. Okay, I would say it's Greater London.
It's
like that.
It's greater than London.
I would say it like that.
All right, bro, your conversation's finished. Watford is not London, bro. That's it. You've been caught.
TBC.
You've been caught red-handed, baby. Daman, tell people where they can find you, bro.
Yes, you can find me at daman.bamra on TikTok and Instagram. Don't bother on Twitter. It's DS Bamra, but I'm not really on there. But my website is damanbamra.com. So all my shows are listed there. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, he is a comic. You should go see him.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to mention that.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does. Appreciate you coming, bro. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, man.
See you next week, and Doctor will return. Goodbye. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the rest of our episodes here, and don't forget to subscribe here. We'll see you guys on the next one.